able to travel up to 580 kilometers on a full battery. This new energy SUV is one of the most popular models in China. It's made by NIO, and this September it will start selling in Norway in the company's first overseas foray. This model has already been adapted to the European regulations and consumer appetites, in terms of things like charging standards, maps, automatic parking, and a battery monitor.
Different from other car manufacturers that sell through dealers, our overseas expansion plan is to entirely rely on direct sales. And we have a different product orientation. Last year, the average price of China's export vehicles was 93,800 yuan, but our cars have an average price of 420,000 yuan in the domestic market here. A lot of exports focused on developing countries in the past, but we're focusing on developed countries' markets, the major markets of high-end luxury brands.
The company will also export an electric sedan to Norway, and it hopes to expand into 5 more European countries next year. Shanghai's vehicle exports during the first half of the year jumped 1.65 times from a year earlier. The city exported 60,000 electric vehicles from January to June, an increase of 7.5 times year-on-year. And some other high-tech developers like chip makers have been exporting their products for years and have recently seen a great increase in sales. The advent of artificial intelligence has rapidly spurred the development of products that require secure and fast wireless connectivity. And that's just what the Shanghai-based chipmaker Espressif provides. Specializing in low-power and Internet of Things solutions, the company last year produced 167 million chipsets and modules, many of which went to foreign clients, in countries like the Czech Republic, India, Singapore, and Brazil. During the first half of this year, it made revenue of 630 million yuan, more than double last year's figure.
What we strive to do is to be different from our competitors. I mean, we don't want to be engaged in a race to compete on pricing. We were one of the first companies who have integrated all the external components on the Wi-Fi module into the chip. We have a huge ecosystem of software developers who work with our technology. So if you go onto GitHub, you will find like 50,000-60,000 open source projects based on our chips.
The increasingly higher technical level of China's exports is opening new markets for the country's products.
China has been acquiring more cooperation opportunities in Southeast Asia and Europe. Especially in the tech field, in the past Chinese companies would work more with those in the US, but less with Europe. Now more European companies are looking for cooperation with Chinese firms in tech development. Chinese tech developers should learn more about how to introduce their products to foreign buyers directly, as overseas markets still lack a thorough understanding of Chinese tech products.
According to a recently released study by Harvard University's Growth Lab, China ranked 16th globally in an index measuring the diversity, technical sophistication, and volume of a country's exports in 2019, up 3 places from a year earlier. The US ranked 11th, with the gap between the two countries cut in half over the past decade. And Japan has topped the ranking for 19 successive years while posting sluggish growth. 张世璇 Money Talks.